everyone. I'm really happy to be here, and actually many people, many students here also working in my organization. So I'm really happy that some diplomacy students and the people who speak very beautiful English also join climate action. So in my presentation today, it is actually the story of a lot of people in Vietnam, how we join climate action. From the ambassador, it's about 30 years ago. It is also, for me, it is also around like 30 years ago. So let's see. I'm sorry. Can you use the new slide, please? Okay, so please look at these pictures. I think a lot of you are quite familiar with the girl on the right? Very, very familiar. Who in this room knows the girl on the left? Okay, I see 2 hands. Great. Okay, so this is something called it is Seven Suzuki's, the girl who silenced the world in Paris. She shares the same yearbus with me, but we are very different. Since she was 12, she talked at the Earth Summit, and she silenced the world when he asking people at the school, you teach us not to be greedy, to save species, to respect others, but why you go outside and you don't do what you teach us? But we are so different because, in her age, and in my time, around 30 years ago, I didn't know anything about climate change. I didn't know anything about acid rain. All of the language about climate change, green growth, biodiversity is very foreign to our generation at the time. We are work hard, and we're trying to thinking about the income, about the job, about how to study English, how to get a good, stable job, to buy motorbike, car, to buy house. And at that time, very, very few people in Vietnam care and think about environment because we're thinking about poverty, we're thinking about all of the development issues, not about environments. And Susan Suzuki, I think she's very brave. And me, I was very shy. And even now, I'm shy to speak about what I want, to speak about my opinion and my feeling, with my family, with my friend, or with my government. And only around 10 years later, that means 20 years ago, when I graduated from Foreign Trade University, just very near here, and I started to work in a conservation NGO, it is English NGOs. And then I have around 3 years working in national park and around 3 years working in grassroots democracy. So I learned and I grew a lot. I know about environments. I know about biodiversities. I know about how to work with people, how to empower communities, how to do participatory work approach. And around 2009, I started to found Live&Learn. At the time, it's kind of like a very few NGO working on environment, and we are also one of the first NGO working on youth. Because I want young people like me to grow with concern, to grow with environmental awareness, to grow with action, and to connect with each other so we don't feel lonely. So now look at the picture again. This is what you see, this is 2009. He didn't inspire our generation, but she did inspire Generation Y. Yeah, many of you here, or so sister or the brother is Generation Y. I think you are here most Generation Z. And Generation Y is a generation grow with internet, with Facebook, with YouTube, who watch Inconvenient Truth, who learn about 350, who learn about many climate movements in the world. So around 2009, a small group of young people met together with Live&Learn, and we discussed to set up the first youth summit on climate change. And this is the photo when we all gather around 50 people across Vietnam. We discussed a lot about climate change, about how we can do to raise awareness of young people, of communities about climate change. At the time, a lot of activity is about awareness raising. And a lot of activity is coming from youth leaders in 3 major cities like Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh cities, or Da Nang. And we started to do environmental education for children. And as one NGO, at the time, we raised a lot of funding to support youth-led idea. We also one of the rare organizations at that time, we're giving money to young people. We support young people to do different activity and campaign across Vietnam. And this is something like we feel like we have a group of young people who grow together with us. And that's about Generation Y. And in Generation Y, like in the first 5 years, around 2009 up to 2015, it is around like 10 to 20 volunteer groups a year. We organize different activities. We met each other. We shared about inspiration. And later, let's see with this picture. I don't know if any of you know about this man, this young man. So this is Hoàng Đức Minh. He's very famous. Right to 2009 and until 2014. He is also one of the first who were listed as Forbes under 30. So in his dream, he wanted to organize event with around 5,000 people. And actually, now, like just 2 days ago, he's running the social program for Momo. You know Momo, right? It is a very popular app for financial software. So he supported us to run a climate quiz. And we have 200,000 people sign up for the climate quiz on this app. So please check the app. You may miss that opportunity, but Mings is continue supporting us with many other environmental quiz. And the next person, she joined with us in 2009, and she's from Da Nang. She's worked in Da Nang, and together with a lot of young people there, they translate Inconvenient Truth into Vietnamese, and a lot of teachers in Vietnam at the time download their subtitle to learn about the climate issue. They organize on biodiversity across the coastal lines of Da Nang. And like just last year, she's recognized as the 20 conservation hotspot heroes. So she still keep continuing to do a lot of work. And she supports Da Nang to recognize the language there. And the people in Da Nang love and proud about the language. And we are proud of her. We're proud of her passion and her commitment. And she continues to share that. And she's also want to do so many things together with school, with committee on different things about biodiversity. And about energies, we often think about energy is something very complicated and expensive. We have a group of young architects. They call themselves Green 1516. So back in 2016, the founder of this company, he won a lot of international recognition because he set up the mini turbine, the wind turbine for the poor people in the village, very near to our city, is across the Red River. And now his innovation multiply across Vietnam, and a lot of people outside can learn and how to copy his idea. And another woman, she's called Chu Kim, and last year she was recognized as 100 influential women on BBC. She did together with us the very first project on playground, setting up playground from recycle, and trying to promote the people in the city, save the place as a playground for children, save the place for the tree, for the plant, for the public place. Because we in the city, we always want to make money. We want to have all of the cemented. We want to have the place for car, for housing, but we forgot about the place for children to play, for the elder to do exercise. So now her work and her organization, Think Playground, has a lot of playgrounds across Vietnam, across Hanoi and other cities, and also in many mountainous areas. People like children also can play in many playgrounds, learning from their idea, using their ideas. I hope you know this man. Who know Khang Atua? Please raise your hand. Don't be shy. Okay, I see more hands raised about Khang Atua. Yeah, I think he was one of the people I was most proudly working with. So actually, he's not proud of getting, it's kind of like the first ethnic getting to Fulbright University in Vietnam. But he's very proud about his project finding the native chicken of Hmong people and helping his mother, his family, his villager earn a good income. and selling these things. Very good, very natural for the people in Hanoi and the people in the city. So Tua don't want like he can speak English. He can he had very good skill. He doesn't want to stay in the city, but he wants his village. He wants the youth, the children among him, surrounding him, can have a good life in the mountainous areas. And he's very, very inspired people. Okay, who of you check Say No to Plastic Facebook page? This is one of the most Facebook pages, the most popular Facebook page on environment in Vietnam. And the founder is his Thao. She inspires people by very, very bravely boycott several restaurants and brands using single-use plastic cup. And she also promoted the group Cộng đồng ẩm thực xanh, tiêu dùng xanh, a group that a lot of buyer and seller talking about how to find locally made product, how to use less plastic, how to use alternative to plastic. So she inspired a lot of people because, like a lot of her work, she doesn't apply for project. She do it from her own heart, and she gathered a lot of people surrounding her to do the same thing. So this is the young leader we learn and we get inspired. And you can see like, not only with Thao, actually in the last 5 years, we have so many different groups in Vietnam. Now you can easily go to a group to talk about gardening. You can easily go into a group to talk about like how you can reuse things. And like for me, such as I bought all of my clothes here, actually coming from those green groups. So I feel like very, very proudful. Or even I cycle here today, and I'm happy because I found a group on Facebook about like cycling to work. So this group is something like NGO like Live&Learn, and many other NGOs, we working together. They are also part of the NGO world because it is about citizenship. It is about the green awareness and responsibility of them to reaching, to outreach, to share, to inspire, to work by young people and a lot of generation in Vietnam. And before we have kind of like, this is the map, and recently there's some people also see the launching from UNDP Youth Map. We contributed over 150 youth-led work in the last 5 years to this map. And you can see that across Vietnam, now young people initiative or solution or participation across Vietnam, not only in the big city. And before, mainly the work is in the big city, and the work before is mainly in the awareness. But now it's not only about awareness, it's about the action. It's about solution, it is about technology. It is about like young people going to talk, to inspire, to work with others about awareness. At the beginning, around 10 years ago, NGO and Live&Learn, we worked really hard in terms of like introducing climate change into school, talking about with people about climate change. But now we have young people. We have so many people in Vietnam are doing the same thing. And that's the story about Generation Y. Did I forget about Generation Z? Okay, so let's see about Generation Z. So Greta went to the world recognition around 2018. And actually, 2018, we met so many youngsters in Vietnam who went to talk with us about like, please sponsor us, please help us, please advise us, because we want to run environmental club in the school. I have this mapping about electronic waste. How can I do the electronic waste collection in Hanoi? I want to do waste classification in my home building. How can I do that? We met so many youngsters. They are in grade 5, in grade 7, in grade 8, in grade 12, who are running a lot of environmental club in the school. And they are, to me, they are Greta. Maybe in Vietnam, we don't like school try, but young people in Vietnam, they love to walk the talk. They love to take the green action. They love to show the other people that I'm doing it, I'm changing myself. I don't have to convince others, but I'm changing myself so I can inspire. And together we can do something. That's about the young people. And in the last 5 years, we can see also in Vietnam, we have so many emerging issues of environmental problems. Air pollution, water pollution, energy issues, and that's also something for NGO to work with. And we will be alone, we will be lonely, we don't have young people who care, who thinking about science, who thinking about solution, who want to really act, who are not shy. And again, let's look at this picture. We have young people in the big city. We have people speaking English. We have people who join technologies. But again, let's look at the face of the people in the rural areas. The people who are vulnerable, the people who will get hit most when climate change happening. And it's already happening. So, please, young people, you and me, ambassador, we are international citizens. We have to recognize our responsibility. We have to think about climate negotiation is not about international. It is within us. How we change our lifestyle, we have to negotiate within ourselves. We have to think about equality. We stay there, we're moving, we migrate. We will do something for our parents, or we move to the other place with better income. It is about the urban and the rural. How we pollute the air, how we sacrifice the place, the air, so we want people to cycle to school. It is also about international negotiation. So we have to be thinking locally, and we have to think to act globally. So together with young generation, if you are a green generation, then the climate change can be helpful. The change to climate can be hopeful and can be feasible. Thank you.